panel, Jillian Melcher, Shelby, and Peter Morici, along with Michael Farron. Let me start here with you guys. Shelby, it's interesting to me that the police would have to even issue a warning of zero tolerance. All right, I mean, think about that for a moment. There should be zero tolerance, and obviously, when you start attacking the police, all bets should be off.
I don't know what attacking the police is ever going to do for you unless your end goal is to actually just go to jail. That seems crazy to me. But this is why Cleveland is spending $20 million on riot gear for the national convention coming up, because you see these clashes, you see anti-Trump protesters, you see pro-Trump supporters. And eventually, they're going to mingle. They're going to be in the same area. And these situations can get very dicey. Donald Trump moments ago saying that America has become a third world country. I mean, to some degree, you're saying that there may be some truth to that.
Well, I do think the majority of America is in no way a third world country. We're the best country in the world. There's no doubt about that.
But doesn't that make it even worse, though, then?
There are small parts that I kind of see where he has a point. For example, in Detroit, the functional literacy rate, if you compare it to several countries in Africa, Detroit actually fares more poorly. Now, there's a real question about whether Donald Trump's policies, Hillary Clinton's policies, Bernie Sanders' policies, any of them will help that segment of people. But I think in that small way, maybe he has a point. But third world countries do not look like this. They don't look like that. That's outrageous. Yep. With this organized event, third world country riots don't go down like that.
All right, well, let's listen to from his own words, and then I'll ask Michael and Peter.
We have become a third world country, folks, and it's not going to happen any longer. It's not going to happen any longer.
Peter, I remember during the worst part of this recession, the employment to population ratio was near those Arab Spring levels. And even now, in pockets of America, certainly the unemployment, the educational level, to Jillian's point, the literacy level, it is appalling and scary because ultimately these people want things, but they can't get it through the system because they don't have the skill sets.
Absolutely. There are enormous pockets of America that do not have the wherewithal to participate in the global economy or the national economy. But to go back to his comment, consider some other news you had today on this network. Loretta Lynch and the president really stonewalling it on Hillary Clinton. These are organized protests that we have out there. It's moving across the country and following Donald Trump around. Where is the money coming from to do this? What you've got is a concerted program of intimidation that the United States Justice Department is ignoring. The unions were out there and so forth. Where's the money coming from to move these people around and disrupt Donald Trump? John, this reminds me of brown shirts.
Wow, that's a strong statement, Michael.
Yes, it is.
Before we go to break, I do want to ask. You study capitalism. Some would argue, hey, Donald Trump's got a point, but that's because of the failings of capitalism, and this is why they embrace maybe the notion that there's a better way, the Bernie Sanders way.
Well, it's interesting that Donald Trump thinks that America is turning into a third world nation because in a way you could argue that we are going in that direction simply because of the increased corruption, the increased unhealthy competition of business for government favors, which unfortunately Donald Trump has been very successful at in the past. What we need to do is actually move away from that and move toward healthy competition aimed at pleasing customers rather than trying to curry government